beautiful day out here today. Here we are. Crooked. So this is my idea. I got 1.5 inch angle. It's 1/8 inch thick, 60 inches long. I'm going to cut into this flange every 3 inches. And that will hold the slats. Do that for all 3 pieces here. I'm going to stagger the angle iron like you see here. These pieces are 60 inches long. This pan is 64 inches long. So the outer 2 supports will be as close to the front of the machine, and the center support is going to be towards the back. That should give me an arc in which the slats can slide into, hopefully. Another thing that I want to do is the outer pieces of angle iron, I want to slide out to where they're square to the gantry as the gantry moves across. That way, in the future, I can just slap a sheet on there, square it up to that support, and start cutting. It should get me into the ballpark, the square of the plasma cutter to the actual sheet. So let's get to cutting. Face. So I took the pan out to weld this square tube to it because the pan itself was actually dipping in the center, sagging in the center a little bit. So my thought was I'll tack the tubes to it and then I'll straighten the center out. Well, what I've done now is the 2 ends are now tacked tight together, but the center is actually lifting from the actual square tube. So I put myself in kind of a pickle now. Not sure what I want to do yet, but we'll get it figured out. Just be able to hold my hand on it and tack it. That'll work. Okay, we got the pan back in. I got the supports on there. I want to square this one support on this corner so it's exactly straight with the gantry. That way I can use that piece of angle iron to kind of line up the edge of the sheet metal, or line up the edge of the plate that I'm trying to cut. So what I've got here is just a screwdriver clamped in the torch head And I've got that screwdriver blade lined up right with the angle iron. Now what I'll do is I'll move this to this back corner and we'll repeat the same thing. That looks pretty good. Now, just for my OCD purposes, I think I might straighten the other two supports. There you go. We got slats. I don't know what's going on with my table. For some reason, the ARC-OK light isn't lighting on the first ignition. But if you trigger the torch on the software, you know, turn it on or turn it off, then turn it back on, it'll start moving and it cuts. Something else to work on. I only cut about half of the slats. There's 10 slats there. I could put 21 in there, but I don't really know if it needs to, if I really need it. The only thing is you know, there's 6 inches between these now. So anything smaller than that is gonna go down in the water, and we'll have to fish that out. But that's the end of this video. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.